We stuck to our game plan. We were able to come out and offensively move the football, and I thought they had a very explosive offense, a good receiving core. We kind of went into the game wanting to try to run the football and leave their offense on the sideline. We were able to do that. And defensively, we were 3 and out and got the ball right back for our offense. I thought the biggest difference in the game was in the first half. We had a good drive. Unfortunately, it started on our 5, went for about 50 yards. But if we could have punched one in the first half and did a better job in all 3 phases right at the end of the first half, when we needed 1 first down to end the half, we couldn't do it, and then we punted it to Grandy, which was a mistake, and he had his longest run of the day, 17 yards, which for the most part we did a good job, but that shortened the field a little bit. And then defensively, no matter where you get the football, you have to try to keep them out of the end zone. We didn't do that, so really all 3 phases kind of contributed to them getting the last touchdown before half. I was, wanting to go in 10-0. We really wanted to be 10-7. They're a good football team. When you play a good football team on the road and then you're down by 17, it's going to make it difficult. I thought under those circumstances, we really played hard and played well in the second half. But running the football and keeping our defense fresh were 2 of the things that led to us playing better in the second half. We played a very good second half, but they're too good of a football team to spot 17 points. Well, that's 3 weeks in a row. We went over 100 yards. We kind of started at Northwest, and it kept going against McMurray, and then we ran for 180-something the other night. So we're heading the right direction there. We got to get we got to mix in a couple of big plays in the passing game to go with it. I thought Caleb did a good job with what he did, but we need a little explosion, maybe a big play or 2. But we're starting to get there. We're not satisfied. We do want to win these games, but we are encouraged if we can keep improving. But we are trying to win these football games, and we've got to keep improving if we want to do that, because the schedule doesn't get any easier. Coming out determined to run and being able to do it. We've wanted to run the ball before at times and weren't able physically to do it. I think it was a combination of a number of things. I thought our offensive line is really starting to play well together. We haven't had any injuries. We've had the same guys get out there and practice and perform together. I think our backs are doing a much better job running behind this line. I was very proud of both DePaul Garrick and Darrell Harris the other night, and I just think they're young. As a team, we hadn't played together long, and we're improving. As long as we don't listen to all the outside factors and keep doing what we're doing, I mean, they're coming to work every day. They're working hard. Their attitude's great. And as long as they keep that up, we'll keep improving. Well, that to me almost typified our effort on the night. We didn't give up, and it was great to see. And like I said, I was very proud of our effort. I want to see it. I want to see it show up on the scoreboard that way. But we're playing hard, and we're doing a lot of the things that you want to see as a head coach your team do. I got to do a better job, put us over the top, and let's win one of these. No, he wasn't 100%, and he just couldn't make all the cuts and do all the things he needed to do, and he'd just been a sitting target if not be able to play. And when he's not 100%, we got a lot of confidence in Paul Garrett and Darrell Harris and Desmond Richards. So we felt like, until he's back 100%, let's let these other guys go, and they did a great job in his absence. Well, obviously, he didn't get as far along as I wanted him to. He wasn't 100%. Obviously, he rested it Saturday, Sunday, Monday, so we'll start in tomorrow, and hopefully by Saturday he'll be 100%. We'll have to see.
Did he practice at all last week?
Just jogging around. We never patted him up. We never got that close. Yeah, it's something that he's having to deal with, and it's real and serious, and we got to address it that way, and we are. And we'll get him to the right people and see what we can do. I don't think it's. He's never had a concussion. He's had the migraines in high school. He's had the history of this, so we'll just have to turn him over to the proper people and have him go through and get in front of the right doctors and see what we can do. Well, I don't know how we keep it from happening other than playing better, but they look very familiar on film as they did last year. Got a lot of the same people back. Their line is mostly back from last year up front on offense. Running backs back, quarterbacks back, a lot of their receivers are back. So offensively, they present a lot of the same problems that they did last year. They're going to run the ball and then play action and try to throw the ball downfield. And they do a very good job with it. Defensively, this is probably the most aggressive and blitzing team we'll see. They bring a lot of people. We're going to have to be able to run and throw the ball. They're going to bring a lot of people and dare you to throw the football. And their philosophy a lot of times is you may have a player or two open, but you're not going to be able to get the ball to them because we're not going to give you time. We have not done a good job of handling their pressure. We're going to have to work extremely hard this week and put in a good week because they present a lot of problems. And to go with that, they're very sound in the kicking game. That's kind of where Coach Fritz got his start. And they're a very good football team in all three phases. And they're the preseason pick to win it. And they played for the national championship last year, and all of that wasn't by accident. They got a very good football team. I don't know if they've gotten better. I think they're playing with a little more purpose. They're playing with a little more sense of urgency. They know they don't want to lose 2 conference ball games. They're still kind of in control of their own destiny. If they can win out, they feel like all of their goals that they set at the beginning of the season still for them, still in front of them. They're coming off probably their best game of the year this past week against Mike Neese. They really played well at home against Mike Neese. So we're catching them at a time where they're really playing well.
Want that again?
I won't say we won't want that again, but most of the players that were here, or all the players that were, most of our team was here last year, and they remember that game, and they know what you can't do, and they kind of know what we have to do if we want to compete in this ball game. I like our attitude this year. I think we're more physical up front on both sides of the ball. We're matching up better. We dish out about as much as we take now. With all that being said, we know that we're going to have to play our best game of the year if we want to have an opportunity in this game. Yeah, I mean, they're going to bring a lot of people up. They're going to bring a lot of people up, and they're going to cover every gap and almost force you to, or dare you to throw the football. And like I said, I'm kind of repeating myself, when they do that, that's going to bring a lot of one-on-one matchups with receivers, and sometimes you can run away from them. But most of the time, or a lot of the time, the quarterback doesn't have time to get the ball off because they're bringing so many people, and it presents some problems, and we're going to have to do a good job of recognizing their blitzes and picking people up. And Caleb and our receivers are going to have to cut some routes off and do some things, and we're going to have to all be on the same page, and it's going to take protection, quarterback play, and receivers routes all working together if we want to throw and catch the football against this bunch. Well, it's just going, unless something changes, and I'm not going to guarantee it's not, but unless something changes, it'll be his 3rd start in a row, and I think he's gotten better every week. The fact that, he's got another game under his belt, and he does have some speed and some escapability with his feet to get away with some things and get away from a little bit of rush. He's going to have to do that because they're going to bring a few people and overload some sides and get a free rush every now and then. He's going to have to make a couple people miss. Well, we're playing with a lot of confidence on defense, and we're very aggressive. We kind of gotten used to our defense score. We didn't have that the other night for the first time in about a month. They're doing a very good job of creating field position and turnovers for our offense. And we'll see. I mean, we're going to attack and do the things we've been doing, and hopefully it'll pay off again. I'm very proud of how we're progressing defensively. We're not perfect by any means, and anytime we give up any plays, we don't want to do that. That's part of football. But again, we went in there Saturday without Adrian Dorsey and Jesse Dixon up front, and I thought we played our rear ends off. I thought we gave a great effort. They can run and pass, but they'd rather run the ball down your throat if they can. If they have their druthers, they'd rather do that and then kind of play action, hit you with big plays in their passing game. I think they'd like to throw it for about 20. Complete about 14 or 15 of them for 150 to 200 yards. I mean, big plays off of a few completions. Now, they can throw the ball short. They can do other things. Their quarterback's very capable. I'm not saying they can't, but they'd rather run the ball with their running game and pound you in play action if they can. But they'll take advantage of what's there. They're not a one-dimensional team, and they're very well coached. Well, it gives us some confidence. It's something we hadn't done. We've played some good teams on the road and have not played very well and fallen apart, and we didn't do that. And we kept our composure, and things didn't go exactly the way we wanted them to, and we kept it together, and I think we're learning from that. We're learning how to compete in this league, and that's not good enough. Now that we've learned enough. Let's go win some football games. And we got to do, like I said, I got to do a better job of coaching. And these close games come down to coaching sometimes. And I got to do what I can do, and our assistants got to do what they can do to try to push us over the top, because we're getting great effort. We're getting great effort out of our players, and I don't want to waste these type of efforts. We want to win some of these games. Jermaine is a very instinctive player. He's a very outgoing player. As my old coach used to tell me, he's a happy child. He comes every day with a great spirit. It's contagious. He makes the people around him want to play. And he does a good job getting in there and mixing it up, and he makes a lot of plays for us. And he's fun to watch, fun to coach, fun to watch. Not to that extent. His coaches tried to tell me that at Trinity Valley. They said, you won't be disappointed if you offer this young man. He comes, and they were right. And he's did a great job for them at Trinity Valley. He's doing a great job for us. I think he kind of can pick and choose at practice times, especially when players may be dragging, and just by his outgoing nature and what he says. I'm not going to specifically get into words, but just how he picks people up around him. He picks me up some too, and it's hard not to want to play hard when you're around a guy that's doing what he's doing, and he's contagious, and he's been very good for not only himself but for everyone that's around him. He's done a great job. I'm not going to get into all that, but he wasn't able to play.
You expect him back this week?
I expect everybody back. I don't know if we'll get them all back, but I hope that we're going to need everybody we can get. We're going to need everybody. I want to play better against them, but I want to beat them. You know, I just don't want to show up and play a little bit better. They're very good football teams. I think Sam, and this is just an opinion, it may not hold up, arguably, is the best defensive ball club in this league. Stephen F., with the numbers they're putting up, might be the best offensive ball club in this league. I don't know, with all saying, we're going to play two good football teams in a row. We're not really looking at SFA yet because we got our hands completely full this week with Sam, but they're good football teams. We did not play well against them last year. We want to play better, and not only want to play better, we want to beat them. And to do that, we're going to have to play our best two games of the year back to back, and that's what it calls for us. That's what we're going to try to do. Well, I think recruiting is going to be fine, and I can't talk about specifics, but the better we play down the stretch, the better it'll probably do for recruiting. That's not the number one reason we want to play well, but we got a lot to sell here at Lamar, and we're going to do our best that we can to get our share of the talent that's available. He's a good football player, but you know, you never want to lose any player for any reason. But if you're going to lose one, losing him with a week's notice is what you want. It gives you a week to prepare other players, and he's not the only good player they got, so they'll be fine. They'll put in a good week knowing they're not going to have him, and they'll be fine. And you know, it just goes with football. Probably treat it like he was injured, you know, and then they'll move on. Just it happens, and it's just part of football.